I think.
And I'm going to go ahead and let everybody in, and I'm just going to get,
Are you going to welcome everybody, or do you want me to just start with that?
yeah, you can start. You can do that. You're so good. The voice. I took you off mute. I took my computer off mute yesterday, off the earbuds, so my mom could hear your voice. Like you guys have to hear this.
Everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing today?
Good
We're doing
morning.
very fine.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, just so everybody knows, Mr. Tanner, although you might see his picture, he is involved, I think, in something that has to do with Olive's graduation or something to do with
Her last day of school.
Yeah, so you get me and Venus today, and welcome everybody. Welcome. We're happy that you're here for this. I think we're calling it an all hands meeting, whatever you want to call it. It's for everybody on the team, whether you just got started today, yesterday, or you've been here for years and years. And we're thrilled that you're here. We have a couple of things planned to chit chat about. We'll give everybody just a little bit more time to get in here. I feel like I'm running a meet and greet.
We're going to give you some solid information that we're excited about it. So super excited.
Yeah.
So John, you want to kick us off? I think that most people are on. I don't see anybody else in the waiting room. It's about 2 after, so we can go ahead and get started. And anyone who joins after can catch the replay. We'll post that in the group. And then if you have any questions, you can let one of us know, or you can reach back out to Jim if you have any questions.
That's perfect. I'm going to mute everybody. Hopefully I don't mute myself. We'll see what happens. There we go. Hey, it kept me on. That's great. So today, I just kind of wanted to kind of go back to basics. This is a simple business, and I think a lot of times we have a tendency to complicate it, to, looking for those, what I would call magic words that, are going to, take a prospect from prospect to associate, or take a customer from customer to client. And I don't know that there are magic words, but I certainly believe that within us is the magic is, right? When we first saw this business, and we first saw the products, we saw the value in the products, and I gotta imagine, and maybe you guys are different than me, but I instantly saw like 5,000 people, maybe 10, that I knew would be good for this business, and either good customers or clients, or good as associates, because I don't know, I instantly saw the value of this business. And I believe that a lot of you are in that same boat. So when we're out there talking to people, when we're prospecting, one of the things that I think all of us have a tendency to do, and coming from a sales background, is we want to just, pardon the terrible descriptor here, but we want to puke information all over people. We want to tell them how smart we are. We want to let them know how much we know about the business, no matter what our level of knowledge is. At the end of the day, we want to use our third-party tools to show them the business. Our job is to pique some interest. Hey, I just got involved with this new business. You may or may not be interested. Would you take 5 minutes and there's something I'd like to show you, and then shut up and wait for their response. And the response typically is going to be positive. If it's not positive, it's going to be, well, what is it? Well, I've just got involved with this business. I think that what I want to show you does a way better job than what I could do explaining this to you. Would you take the time and look at something that I want to show you? And those are the key words. Something I want to show you. I want to show you. You don't want to tell them anything. You want to show them, and then send them the third-party tools, whether it's out of prospect by Legal Shield, or whether it's something that one of your upline has shared with you, a video that they feel is a good prospecting tool. Melissa Peters video on Legal Shield and ID Shield. I think every associate that I talk to and or customer has seen that Melissa Peters video, if not once, twice, 3 times, because it really does probably the best initial explanation of what Legal Shield and ID Shield can do for you, and you see the value of those products listening to that Melissa Peters video. So the other part of it, I think that we all kind of struggle with is what if somebody says no? At the end of the day, again, I have a little bit of a sales background. We are weeding through the no's to get to the yeses. So every time you get a no, you're getting closer to a yes. And that's hard for some people, because how many no's do I have to hear till I get that yes? Well, maybe in the beginning, it's a bunch of no's to get to that yes, because your confidence, you're gonna have to start building your confidence. So I've said to a lot of my associates, it seems like the first sale, the first associate that signs on with you seems to be the hardest one, because you're apprehensive. Does this really work? Is somebody going to see the value that I saw in this? And I can answer this in a very non-apologetic way. Yes, somebody is going to see the value, the same value that you see in it. They're going to see the value in the products. They're going to see the value in the business, and somebody's going to sign on. Nobody can predict. Nobody can predict how many no's that might be. But trust me when I tell you, you will get to that yes. I'm sure you've all heard about the miner that's digging underground, and he's digging and he's digging and he's digging, you know, and all he does is he finds rocks. He finds rocks, a piece of coal, finds rocks, and he keeps digging and keeps digging and keeps digging, and he gives up. He's done. I'm done. I'm done digging. You know, I don't even know why I decided to dig this hole. So you got to keep your why in front of you, because 2 feet later, he strikes that vein of gold. Okay. So you got to keep digging. You got to keep chasing. You got to, if you don't keep that spirit, if you don't keep that why, whatever your why is in front of you, and continually mine for that gold, you won't see it. If the first no chases you away, you're never going to see that vein of gold. So stay after it, continue after it. Somebody, you know, tells you you're dumb for being in that business or whatever it is, guess what? Push them aside. Next. Brian Carruthers, that's one of his favorite saying is next. Just okay, moving on. Next. You know, all your Millionaire Club members, your millionaire dollar earners per year have heard thousands upon thousands, if not more than millions of no's, but they're looking for the gold. They're looking for the yeses. They say that you're one associate away for an explosion in your business. You just need to stay on track, keep your why in front of you, and find that next associate that wants to do this business with you, that wants to walk or run alongside with you and do this business with you. And I think if you keep yourself focused on that, it will pay off in huge dividends over time. Venus, I'm going to turn this over to you. I know you had some things to share.
You know, we talk about bringing, you know, new people on and getting them started and helping them understand, you know, the value of the opportunity. And, you know, in doing that, you're helping your customers or your members, you know, understand the value of the membership. And so, you know, right now there's a really big push for Performance Club. You know, we have a new Performance Club qualification, and, you know, they're giving you points for, you know, your membership dollars. So however much your membership premium is each month, for bringing new people on and for getting them Fast Start qualified. You get points for that. Also opening a new group. But, you know, when you're talking about bringing new people on and helping them get started, you know, you're already started, you're already in the business, you already know all of the ins and outs, that you want to talk to them about their money, about how much, because the biggest question that I get is how much money am I going to make, you know, and especially in a commission-based role, you want to show them how much money they're going to make. And I'm going to share with you, I shared this with the success team a few weeks ago about, and I'm just going to share my screen. I'm not going to do like a fancy, you know, slideshow or anything. So you guys can see my screen. It's, this is what real money is, right? When Bill Walker, actually, I guess I will do that because it's not going to look right to you guys. It's not, never mind. Share the right window. That's okay. I have 3 monitors and my share screen doesn't work on my 3rd monitor for some reason. Okay, so when you bring a person in, you want to talk to them about what's going to happen in their first 30 days, what's going to happen in their first 5 to 10 days, right? You want to have them, you know, make their list and reach out to people, their warm market list. And some people, you know, don't want to talk to their warm market, and that's okay. But when you start talking to them about what a warm market is, it doesn't mean just the people they invite to their family reunion or just the people they go to church with. You talk to them about, you know, where do you get your dry cleaning done? You know, who is your favorite wait staff at your favorite restaurant? You know, who's the hostess at the restaurant? You know, I have people at the restaurant where I do my weekly meeting. They come in after the meeting is over and they're like, exactly, what do you guys do in here? And they start talking to me. So, you know, they've become part of my warm market because they see me every week and they know that I'm, you know, we have a consistent business. We have a consistent meeting that's going on. They know that something's happening that's exciting. They hear us cheering, they hear us talking. And so when you try to get people to expand their circle and truly understand what that warm market is, or their extended warm market, you know, you have so many degrees of separation of a person before they're a stranger, right? That you have friends who have friends who have friends. And, you know, I was at a family reunion on Sunday and rarely have conversations with every single person there because of just, you know, there's only so much time and because of my presence on Facebook, my family started asking me about what I do and why I'm so passionate about it and how, how it's helped my life. And I was able to share that because they asked me instead of me asking them. And so, success leaves clues, right? When people see you being consistent and see you constantly promoting what you do and, talking about it in a positive way without being pushy, they're going to start to ask you, but then they're going to ask you about the money. And so when we talk about the money, you want to have the money done right, because we have this fast start qualification, which is fantastic. And fast start qualification is a designation that a lot of people want to achieve, but it is for a $100 bonus. And you have to decide what is most important to you, the $100 bonus or writing good business. So when you're bringing people on and you look at this right here, to go from senior associate to senior associate, you need 3 individual memberships and 1 new associate or 1 new business partner, or 5 individual memberships. And individual memberships mean 5 different social security numbers or 3 different social security numbers and 1 associate. And one of those members can be the associate. So that's the designation. If you do that in your first 20 days, you will get a $100 bonus. If you do not write good business in your first 30 days and 20 days in, and you've not, or 15 days in, you've not quite gotten there, and 1 person drops, it drops you to 63% retention. And you do not get that bonus unless you have 65% retention. So every bonus is based on your retention and based on your persistency of the business that you write. And so when you're marketing a membership to someone, you really want to listen to them and hear what they're saying, hear what their pain points are, explain to them what the annual benefits are. The will, you can have your will updated if you, are going to have a medical procedure. I know people who have medical procedures that are pending, 3, 4, 6 months out. Anything can change between those medical procedures happening, or, they have, life issues that, are happening in their lives, you want to explain to them the benefit of keeping that membership for a year, 2 years, or permanently for a lifetime, right? Because you want to keep them on the books, and that's how you get your bonuses. You move from, and you'll get that $100 bonus, but if you mark it at $64.90, you're going to make $210 in commission. You're going to get a $100 bonus, and you're going to get $300 in commission in your first 20 days. But you can do that sooner if you move faster. We had a young lady on my team who she wrote 6 memberships in her first 8 days, and she brought on 1 new associate. And so, she's almost to manager now, and she's very excited about it. But I feel like she wrote good business because of the way that she did it. She called everybody. I mean, all of her memberships are from every state, I think, that she's ever been in, or she knows anybody. And she didn't let the fact that her license didn't append to her website immediately stop her. She called everybody else. Everyone who wasn't in her licensed state, she called them, because she wanted to make sure that she got that fast start, and she wanted to make sure that she was able to get that bonus, and she wanted to PC in her first month. And so it was very important to her to do that. So in your second month, when you're talking about moving people, and the reason I have this first, second, third month is because you don't get your PC bonus in your first month. You don't get it in your second month, but you do get it in your third month. And so to move to manager and out of senior associate, you're going to do 3 sales and bring on 3 new members, or you're going to do $500 or $300 in business, and or $500 in business, or $300 in sales, and 1 new associate to move to manager. Now, I think I've got this backwards here. This needs to go up here. Y'all get the picture, right? Right. So as a senior associate, if you write 3 sales at $64.90, it's $270. You're going to need to write 1 more sale. So Bill Walker gave me these numbers, and those were wrong. So to move to manager, you're going to do 3 sales at $64.90, $360, right? Bill Walker's numbers are wrong, and I should have caught that. That's your commission. This is your commission, not your revenue. So you need to do $300 in sales or $500 in sales to move to manager, but you're going to get a $200 bonus for moving to manager, and you're going to get a $470 in commissions if you do that in your first 45 days. But if any of those people quit during that time or cancel their membership during that time, and it drops your persistency down, you're not going to move to get your bonus. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand that part? So I'm going to redo these numbers, but so if you can PC by doing 2 memberships per month, if you do them 2 sales per month, and 1 recruit, if you do them the right way, if you sell them at the right revenue number. But you have to make sure that you keep your retention so that you get those PC bonuses, and you want to train your new people that how the money works. And so I had a person who went to manager 2 years ago. In her first 25 days, 2 of her people quit, and it dropped her persistency down to 60%. So she did not get, at that time, we had a $1,000 bonus on the line, and she did not get that $1,000 bonus. So she quit because she didn't understand the point of persistency, even though we talked about it on every call and she thought all you had to do was do that in your first 45 days. And she didn't write good business. And so there's been some talk about how you can get people to try the business, to try the membership, just to see if they like it for a month, because that will get you your 3-in-1, or that will get you, your, 3 recruits. It's not about, this is not a trial business. This is a serious long-term business. And we always talk about, I was talking to John about this earlier, if you stick and stay, you get your pay. You have to build a business that sticks and stays also. Your churn is not going to help you. you have, and trust me, I know this, I missed going to Maui by 3% retention. And let me tell you how small you feel in a convention center when people who just started won that trip, but you didn't. Your name was pulled out of the hopper because you didn't have the retention to go. It sucks. Let me tell you, your gut just hurts. And then when you get the email 2 weeks later that the $3,000 bonus you were supposed to get for all of the activity that you did for 3 months, you don't get that because your retention dropped 3% below what it's supposed to be. So, you know, we've heard a lot of people give recommendations on how to get your first 3 memberships, on how to, you know, get Fast Start qualified so you get that $100 bonus. But I want you to really understand the longevity of this business. And when we talk about residual income only comes when you have business on the books at 13 months. If you do not have long-term clients, then you do not get residual income. That is the point of residual income. And I think that sometimes people mistake override and residual, and they talk about it in the wrong way. And I know that most of you guys have been here for a very long time, but there's a handful of people on this call who are new. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen and just talk to you for a minute, because I think that we have a few minutes that we can ask some questions, or we have some leaders on here who can interject. But when you understand the power of this business and the longevity that this business gives you, that is when Legal Shield really starts to work for you. But if you do this fast and easy, you're not going to have a good business, and you're not going to have residual income. And if you want residual income, which is the point of this business and the point of owning your own business and the point of being in charge of your own income, then you have to write good business. You can't just write business for bonuses. Does that make sense to everybody? I mean, bonuses are great. The bonuses are where you get your rings, right? You want those big bonuses, but you don't get the bonuses if you don't keep your retention up. And I'm fully a person who has suffered from that. And so, you know, I'm not going to tell you that it's all, you know, roses and sunshine, because it's not. There's some thorns in there that you have to step on in order to make a beautiful flower garden. And if you want a beautiful flower garden that lasts for decades, then you're going to have to make sure you plant the right seeds and that you build the right business. I'm going to see, Connie's been in the business for a long time, but she's driving. Are you able to talk?
What do you want me to
Can
say?
you speak a few minutes on the importance of retention and the importance of keeping your business and how that happens?
Yeah, retention is everything. So been in the business for 8 years, on and off Performance Club for a variety of reasons, but and learning. So I had to learn in the beginning. I didn't have a clue how to do this business, but and I did lead. And then not all leads are great leads to do, and didn't understand retention at the beginning, but now it's like, wow. So when I'm now marketing the memberships, or I'm talking to business owners, I want to make sure they see the value in it, because you know, my retention right now is not good at all. And as you lose those members, it is so much harder. It is 3 times the work to bring that retention back up for one loss of a sale. And it's all on you. It really is all on you, because you didn't sell the membership properly. You didn't make sure they saw the value. You didn't teach them about member perks. So when money's tight, this is how you save that money. And it's key. Like, you know, for right now, I'm not in the running for anything, because I need to bring my retention back up. I need to get back on Performance Club. So really just learning to listen to your clients, to get to know who they are and if they're not ready. And I have sent memberships to corporate when people just need it, and they need it for that situation. Great, I don't deny that. But if they can't tell me that they can keep it for at least a year, let me show you how much it's saved. And it's really about telling your stories. If you're not using your law firm, if you are not calling them at least once a month, not using your own membership, it's really hard to sell belief, because you're not using it yourself. So get those stories. So that's how I keep my members. You know, I have a story from with any, whether I've learned it or experienced it. And that's why I keep them on there. And like the other day, she's like, no, I just need to do this and that's it. I'm like, okay, well, here, I'm going to give you the corporate number. I'm here to help you answer any questions, but this is my business. And many people, it was funny when I said, here you go. 10 minutes later, not even, she texted me back and said, no, I want to do this with you. How can I help? So making it real that this is my business, is an income for my family, and I want to help you. So when we put all our cards on the table and you do this right, it truly does work. But retention is the long game of your income. That's my key. Like, I don't want to work hard forever, but I need to work hard now for the next 5 to 10 years. I like say 5 years because I'd rather be on the beach in 10 years, but sell those memberships right. And if you struggle with that, work with somebody, has some stories, or get on the, we used to have a Facebook page. I don't know if that's there anymore. That had member testimonies. And now I'm learning, here's a trick that I'm learning now. I'm trying to figure out how to reach out to my members and stay in touch with them. And sending those personal cards. So my goal is to make sure I'm touching them at least twice a year with a personal handwritten note, making sure they've gotten their apps, they've gotten their will done. You'd be surprised when you get your members signed up, they never get their will done. So you got to show the value, you got to teach it. And I'll let you go. I'm in the middle of crazy traffic, so I need to pay attention.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. I'm sorry to call on you while you were driving. I thought maybe you were just
appreciate it.
parking
I
or
appreciate
something.
this call.
Okay. Fantastic. So I know that we have Sonora and Tammy Martin on. I'm going to go. Sonora, are you able to talk? I think are you still jogging? Are you able? You're on mute.
Hey guys, great morning. So yes, quickly, exactly what Connie said, and also what Venus said. So yes, retention is extremely important. And also, like Connie said, don't be afraid to send them to corporate. I know how you feel about, oh, I got this sale, I got this person, they're ready to sign up. But if they're only signing up to use it for that situation or whatever that issue is, or whatever that problem is, exactly like Connie said, y'all, I do it all the time. I'd be like, so you only finna use it for what? And then they tell me, I'd be like, girl, here, let me give you the number to corporate. They can sign you up right quick, because you just told me you're gonna quit and you're gonna get rid of it. I don't need all that. I don't need all that noise. So again, this is how I communicate a lot of times with my people, and they understand exactly what I'm saying, because hey, this is my business.
You're on mute again. You muted. Sonora, you're on mute.
Uh-oh.
We got you now.
Am I unmuted? Okay, sorry guys. I tell them, hey, if you're not going to keep the service for 13 months, then you can go ahead and get the services with corporate, because it does affect me. But I'll be more than happy. Same thing like Connie says, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that I can answer for you. And then you just send them on about their way.
Right.
So it's not the fact that you're not helping them or trying to help them, but you're having them to understand that it affects your business and your livelihood. So yes, retention is extremely important. And like you hear all the leaders saying all the time, performance club. That is the club that you want to be in, y'all. Performance club. I'll turn it back to you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much. And if you do have a person who wants it for an individual, there are a lot of leaders in this organization who will make them pay a year in advance so that they stay on the books for at least 1 year. And you can do that. You can tell them, well, it's $360 a year if they're only going to do it. That's worth 1 hour of an attorney's time, and you're going to get that for a whole year for $360. And so you can do that. We have about 1 minute left, and I was just going to, I really want, Tammy has built a really great business, and she communicates really well with her team. Just Tammy, in closing, can you close us out and give us like some of your pointers on how you've become like the #1 lady in Legal Shield right now?
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Venus. Well, good morning, everybody. I've loved this Zoom training. This has been phenomenal. John and Venus, y'all are like rocking it out this morning. I was in here taking notes. Because you never quit learning, right? No matter how long you've been in the business, you keep going and keep learning. But one thing that I just want to really emphasize on, which this has already been said, is it's personal. You've got to get personal with your team. You've got to get personal with your members, because when you can meet the need and you can show them how this will work, not just in one situation, but throughout their whole lifespan, it like opens up a whole new door, and it broadens their knowledge of the business and of the membership. And you know, when you can really get personal when you're talking with somebody in the grocery store. I've heard John say before, you know, he was at the car wash the other day, or a couple of weeks ago. You know, just live your life. There's always people around you. And y'all, if you will get to talking to people, they will spill their guts to you. Like, they will tell you their whole life story, every problem they have with every kid they have. And you know, and so you can be the answer. And so I would just say, really listen, and you can really find out what their need is, and then your business will just grow. And like Venus said, you know, you don't want it for just a one-time deal. Longevity, that's the key. So thank you for asking me to share, Venus.
Thank you so much. John, did you have anything you wanted to say in closing?
No, I want to, we're 31 minutes.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all great information. And I just want to wish everybody a great rest of the week. Thank you, Venus, and everyone for sharing.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.